background with Kim, the OJs, Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle. We are rocking with Beth. Come on in, Beth.
Yeah.
What's up,
Thank
baby?
y'all so much. Thank y'all. Y'all, you guys are one of my favorites to talk to. Yeah, because y'all been supporting and rocking with me for a couple years. I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea.
Man, you don't know how we appreciate you. You don't know.
Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely. I was excited to see y'all tonight.
Beth, you know what? You have done some amazing things, but this is your first time headlining a show. You coming in our neck of the woods, Chicago.
Yes, yes. So I've headlined a show before.
Okay.
But not like this.
Okay.
Because I'm in a different place.
Mm-hmm.
And when I headlined before, it was me coming off of The Voice, and everything was just so electric at that time. And I've had time to settle into Beth, who Beth is, the music Beth wants to do, learning myself, maturing, becoming more of a woman, and then breaking out into a new market in the Chicago area. Chicago is a sister city to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we say Chicago and Detroit, people are very much the same. We're very, very close, Midwest. Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited to be in Chicago. And I got to tell y'all, we've been trying to get in the City Winery for 2 years. They've told me no for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And those are the things that I think artists or independent artists don't always share. You see them popping off, and you're like, oh, they done made it. Listen, they done told me no 2 years.
Wow.
My manager was emailing them, sending my EPK. Those that don't know, that my electronic press kit that's showing my performances, my resume, the things that I've done. And they're like, oh, yeah, she's cool, but no. She's cool, but no. And then finally they said yes. And I'm so excited about this show, because just because you get a no, it doesn't mean no. It's just not right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait. I had to trust the process, and I had to believe that maybe I wasn't ready for that show yet either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
but and I accept that,
Yeah, well, we beg to differ. I think you've been ready.
Yeah,
thank you.
Right.
Sure. I've seen you live with Marcus Divine with his band behind you, and man, y'all was killing.
Tiny Desk,
Tiny Desk. Yeah, I've seen you do some things, so you've been ready. But everything in its right time.
Yeah.
And, I'm glad you coming to our neck of the woods. So
me too.
Big windy city.
Yes, I love Chicago.
We getting ready for you. We getting ready.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
What should we expect out of a Beth headline concert? Is it just going to be you on the show, or
who else is on the show?
So it is. I'm bringing I'm not really bringing him because he's there, but a good friend of mine, Evrod Kasmi from the NBC News morning news anchor. He is a performing artist in himself. I mean, himself is not only a news anchor, but he has several albums out. And he and I are really good friends. And we developed a great friendship when he was here in Detroit on the NBC network. And so I like, what better person to have than my brother that's already in Chicago and heating up the morning airways in Chicago. So he's going to open up the show for me, as I've done for him many times. So that's my brother, my friend. And I'm so honored that he is taking time out of his schedule to do that. So I'm really excited. And what I want to bring to Chicago, to the Windy City, the people of that great city, is authenticity. See on the stage, you're going to get off the stage.
That's what's up.
I love people. I love to interact with people. And that's what I'm going to do. And I love to sing. And that's what I'm going to do. And I just want people to get to know Beth. That is the name of my tour, my show, my most recent album, Get to Know Me. And I really want to be transparent.
Do you feel do you feel that's what people are looking for, authenticity, now in the music industry? Do you feel that?
with all these BBLs and lashes and wigs and weaves, and they want something real. Now, I'm not opposed to the weaves. Now, I'm a weave girl, got a little ponytail in there myself. But, you know, they want to feel like they know the artists that they're investing in supporting, right?
Yeah.
And if they feel like they can't connect with you, or there's something about you that they can't relate to, you know, sometimes it's like, well, I like her, but I want people to really get to know me, because I don't have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. You know, I ain't got famous enough to be hiding stuff yet. But no, it's all good.
I don't want to speak too soon. Don't want to speak too soon.
Yeah, no, but you know, this is just me, and y'all know this. This is me all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know no other way to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you are. You're you authentic.
Yeah.
For sure. This show that's coming up to the City Winery in Chicago. Tell people, like, you know, tickets. How can they, you know, when they're gonna be able to see it? I know we know, but let the audience know.
Yeah. So those of you that are seeing me online, you're like, well, who is this Beth girl? You know, I want you to come and get to know me. I want you to come hear me sing. I want you to come hear my music. And you can go to my website, which is bethalwayssings.com. You can get tickets there. You can go to my Instagram. There is a link in the bio for you to purchase tickets. And you can go to the City Winery website for Chicago and click on the Chicago site, and then I will be listed on there. The show is June 29th. It's on a Monday. And the good thing about the Monday is it's not too many other concerts happening on a Monday.
Yeah.
So y'all ain't got nothing else to do but come see me.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Go to work or take your half a day, get your little outfit together.
Yeah.
Come on, check me out. The show starts at 7:30. It's not gonna be long. We're gonna get in and out. We're gonna mingle. We're gonna talk at the end. I need y'all to buy some merch. And then I'm coming back to Detroit, and then y'all can go home and go to bed. So it's gonna be a great
right.
That's what's up.
Let me just say this about Beth. I kind of got a little messed up early in the introduction, but Cedric, you know, a little bit before my time, but Cedric knows, she is the daughter of a legend.
Yeah.
Who has written some of the biggest hits that most of you all know. Now, Cedric, I'm gonna let you name some of these.
Heard it through the grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine.
But now he played on them. He didn't
played on him. Played on him.
Yes.
Yep. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Stop in the Name of Love. Cool Jerk. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm so honored to be his daughter.
Right. I want to know what was it like.
Right.
What was it like growing up in a household like that?
So, believe it or not, I had no idea. By the time I was born, Motown had left, and my dad wasn't with Motown anymore. So I had to hear about it after the fact and the great things that he's done and do research to figure it out myself. Because the way Motown left Detroit and went to LA and did not notify the musicians that they were making that change. My father was one of the musicians that didn't get notified because he was one of the house musicians, the studio musicians.
Yeah.
And they didn't really tell them. And it was up to them to decide whether or not they wanted to move to California or not. My father didn't want to go to California. My mother was a school teacher and she was established in that. And my brother and I weren't born yet. So I don't think they wanted to raise us in California. They wanted to stay here. So what I do remember is that my father always we had a beautiful mahogany grand piano in the house. My father played the piano every day. There was always music in the house, but it was never, talked about that I needed to be in the business. My daddy didn't talk about the business because he went on to teach as well. And he did play with other artists. He went on the road with different people. And that's basically all I remember because I was so little. So there was music in the house, and I learned more about what my father did actually after he was deceased. So because music was not pressed upon me in the house, education was pressed upon me. So it was like, go to school, get your degree. Well, I wanted to be a superstar, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, no, that ain't gonna work because all he knew was of the experience that he had, which was how Motown did him. So he really wasn't pressing upon that. And then when I started singing because it's me and my brother and my sister. When I started singing, he was like, oh, Lord, you know, she wants to do this business. But I'm the only one out of the three of us that has pursued music. I love it with my whole heart. And so I get that, honestly, from my dad. I am very much like my mother as well. I can be very organized. I can be, you know, a planner. I taught school for a minute. And
Wow.
I wanted to beat all the children because they was bad. So I knew that wasn't.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I was like, this is not gonna work. And I just end up migrating back to what my natural love is and was at the time, was to sing. And this is what I love to do. And I'm trying to be true. Well, I am true and honest to that. Not I'm trying. I am true and honest to that.
Wow.
Well, we can see the organization.
Oh, yeah.
At that closet behind you.
Definitely. You
Yeah.
know,
my mother was a Virgo, and I get that, you know, from my mother, that Virgo stuff.
Yeah.
And Virgos, the funny thing is Virgos are very organized, but they're messy at the same time. So what you see behind me is organized. What is in front of me is all the stuff on the floor that you're not gonna see.
Wow.
But like Beth, I know what, you know, just so our audience knows before Cedric goes forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you sang with some great people. We're talking Kim, the legendary OJs, which I was fortunate to see you perform with them in Chicago. Yes, that was, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed. Y'all was killing.
Thank you.
With the Isley Brothers opening.
I loved working with them so much.
Man, that was awesome. And you know, so Patti LaBelle, Nita Baker. Cedric, I know you want to talk a little bit about that background, but go ahead.
Out of all those musicians, who gave you the best advice?
Anita, hands down.
Wow.
Really?
Anita, hands down. I do what I do, and I do it the way that I do it because that was the first artist that I got a chance to sit and study like in real time. Now you watch other artists, you watch their videos and listen to their music, but to sit down and pick someone's brain, it was Anita Baker. And the time that I spent with her, I spent 5 years on the road with her, and I spent 5 years on the road touring with her. And I had no idea I was going to ever be a solo artist. In fact, that was never my intention. My intention was I'm going to work with Anita Baker for the rest of my life and watch her swing her skirt, and I'm good. And she told me, no, you're going to be a solo artist. You're going to be doing what I do. She gave me the name Beth Always Sings. And I look back and reflect on the time I spent with her sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute. I was with Anita Baker. Like it at the time, it was happening. I loved it. I learned from it. I tried to absorb as much as I could. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you can be just riding in your car, and a nugget that somebody dropped pops back in your head. You be like, oh, she sure did tell me that. Or when things happen that she told me would happen, I couldn't relate to it at the time because I was like, what does that mean? And then I was happy. I'm like, oh, she told me this was going to happen. And then it pops back in. So that's one of the greatest times in my life, thinking back, that I got a chance to work with her. And I remember, like, I would knock on her dressing room door and I said, Nita, because she wouldn't let us call her Miss Baker. It was Anita. I was like, Nita, you got a minute? And she'd be like, yeah, you come in. And so I talked to her. I said, can I ask you a couple questions? And I'd ask her questions. Had no idea I was asking her questions for the time now that I'm in. But at the time, I wasn't thinking about being here. But I was just like, well, let me just ask her what I can ask her, you know, just so I can just spend time with her. And I would be talking to her. And then she'd say, all right, young lady, you've been in here about 10, 15 minutes. I'm not answering any more questions. I said, okay.
Wow.
And I get, and she, because, you know, it was before the show or something like that. But she would give me an allotted amount of time. She said, okay, you've been in here long enough. And I would just soak it up like a sponge. And I'm so glad because all of that is still up here and I pull from it.
Wow. You know, we haven't talked to you in some times. Do you still have the same love that you had back in 2022, the last time we talked to you? Has things changed, or is it still the same? Or
I still love everything that I do. I love it even more because I'm learning to trust the process more. So like when you first start off, you know, things were crazy because when I went on The Voice and things were looking promising, and you got to ride that wave. We hit the pandemic. So it stopped everything. And then I had to start all over. And then you see people online and you think they overnight, but you really don't know their process. So you start to think, you know, well, why it's not happening for me? But then you have to learn that there's a process and everybody has their own process. You got to stay out of other folk business. You got to trust the process that you have. And as long as you do what you're supposed to do, and train yourself properly and surround yourself around the right people, you know. So with me doing that and just stepping back a little bit and saying, you know what, Beth, there's some things you need to learn. And I've, you know, got performance coaches, vocal coaches, all of the things that I believe are what makes an artist great. And I've invested in myself to be better. And so the love is still definitely there. And like I said, because I trust the process and I know that there is a process, and I can look back and see I'm different from last year and the year before that, and 5 years. Yeah, I still love it the same. I love it even more now. And I'm learning to relax. I'm learning to, like, that's why I have this closet. This is my little spot. This is my space. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning to come up here. I can practice. I can rehearse up here. I've carved out a space for me as opposed to trying to find a space in everybody else's space. I'm making my own space, and it feels a lot better for me.
Beth, before we got on, you were saying how, you know, you haven't cried so much.
Yeah.
You know, like, talk to us a little bit about that. Like, what were you going through that made you cry?
So I think one thing people don't normally see is like the realness of our artists juggling their life. And then juggling the stage. You know, and you don't see it. You only, or people only see me when I'm performing. They see me when I'm smiling because I know that's my job to smile. But then when you come home, and I cared for my mother, I was her caregiver. She lived and died in my home, 8 years. And
8
so
years? Wow.
8 years I cared for my mother. She had a stroke, and we cared for her till she took her last breath here. You know, and that's what she wanted. And that's what we gave her exactly what she wanted. And so people don't know I was traveling, and, you know, before I hit sound check, I'm on the phone calling the nurses because I had people coming in to check on or to stay with her because she got to the point where, you know, she couldn't do anything. And so I'm, you know, side of the stage, I'm always taking my phone on the stage with me in case somebody calls me for an emergency. So my nerves, I was a nervous wreck for 8 years.
Man, and I know me and my wife are doing the same thing to my mother-in-law right now. She has dementia, so I know how you feel.
Same. My mother had a stroke. It turned into vascular dementia, and then eventually transitioned into dementia, Alzheimer's, and until she could do no more. And, you know, you're trying to smile in front of people, but your heart is broken. And, you know, they call it the long goodbye. You know what's inevitably going to happen. And so you can't necessarily be in the moment because you're always thinking about what's going to happen when this happens, because you know what's going to happen. So within the past year and a half, because it'll be 2 years in September, my mother's passed, but she passed. And then 8 months later, her best friend, my godmother, died. So I'm grieving my mother, and then my godmother, her best friend, who she knew since she was 17, she died 8 months later. She was grieving my mother very hard as well. I had 8 months solid time with my godmother because I hadn't seen her in a while. We talked on the phone, but I was caring for my mother so much and traveling that I didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time with my godmother. My mother passed. I dedicated time to her because I said, well, you know, and then it was fun in a way because I got a chance to ask my godmother things about my mother that my mother would never tell me. And I was like, well, what did y'all do? Where did y'all go? And, you know, so I got a chance to learn the woman that my mother was always my mother. And I grew up in a time where your mother wasn't your friend. She was your mother.
Right.
I ain't a little friend. Sure, you know what I'm saying?
We all did.
So I got a chance to ask my godmother, what did y'all do? What happened? You know, and so I had 8 months with my godmother, then she died. So she died. My mother died in September. My godmother dies in June. And then I had two dear friends to die. In between that, Cedric Ross passed away. Reggie Dozier passed away. Holland Dozier, Holland.
Oh yeah, wow.
That was my Uncle Reggie. I didn't get a chance to go to his funeral. It was in California, but he passed away. So now that's 4 people in a year. And then we have this past December, my father-in-law dies, my husband's father.
Good grief. Yeah.
Listen.
Wow.
It was just,
it's a lot.
It was back to back. And so, yeah. And my husband, I don't even think my husband has even grieved his father yet. I've not seen him cry maybe once or twice. And I'm like, yeah, he don't even understand when it hit him. You know, and so I'm the one, because I was already in a grief state. Yeah. I'm just crying every day. I'm waking up crying. And he would literally come in and say, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, yo daddy dad. Hello.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, you know, and I'm like, sir, you know. So and then when his father passed away, it was something sudden, unexpected.
Wow.
He wasn't sick. That, you know, it was just, so and then you guys, you know, you're in the Midwest Chicago area. We had all that snow at the beginning of the
right.
I was not in a good space. I'm not even gonna laugh. I just wasn't. Wow. And then even more transparent with all that going on, you know, me and my husband had a little, you know, so I'm dealing with all that, and everybody's been married a long time. Know sometimes you and your spouse be a little beefed out. It is what it is.
Yeah,
y'all work it out, you know.
Yeah,
and so I'm dealing with relationship. I'm dealing with grief. I'm dealing with my mother. I'm dealing with my father-in-law, who was a father to me. It was just a lot. And I just wasn't in a good space. But then I still had to work. I still had to show up. Beth still had to show up. So one thing that I did do was, a week before my mother started to transition, I got a personal trainer. And I remember coming to him and said, you know, not knowing my mother was getting ready to start transitioning the next week, I said, you know, I just wanted to get myself in shape. And that was the best thing I could have ever done. It's been mentally and physically life-changing for me. With a trainer. Like, it changed my life. All that grief weight that I was carrying, he got, like, just everything. I'm just different now. And I'm just glad that and it was, the timing was amazing, because I had no idea, but it was right on time, because I grieved in the gym.
Wow. You know that old saying that you don't look like what you've been through?
Ooh, baby.
Oh, man, you do not look like what
you sure know. Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking you done been in Miami. You know, been traveling, you know, Puerto
chilling,
Rico, you know, Jamaica.
Yeah.
You looking nice and golden brown, that beautiful black skin, smiling. I mean, man, Beth, you do not look like what you've been through.
No, you don't. Yeah.
None of this happened to you the way you look right now.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, thank you.
You are shining. Yeah. You are shining. You are glowing. I mean, just
it's not been good.
Amazing.
It's not been good. No.
But well, I tell you what, you got a lot to write about.
You got
a lot to write about.
A lot of inspiration there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to album number 3. I'm proud to say that. And there's a lot to write about. There's a lot of purging that I intend on doing through music. And I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about it. But
Yeah. Go ahead, say it.
Now let me ask you, first, streaming. How do you feel about streaming? Is it a goal, or is it, live performances is the way you make money in the music?
I don't care anything about streaming. I don't even pay attention to it. Ron will be, the Spotify, and I'm like, I don't care anything about it, because I know that it's not set up for us to succeed. I know it's not set up for us to win. And the way that I make money is live performances, live shows, and selling my merch. And that's why I said, y'all come to the show, please buy the merch. But yeah, that's how I make the money. You're not going to make anything on streaming. You'll make a little bit, but not enough to pay your lights to be off.
What?
Your water ain't gonna be on. You ain't gonna be able to buy no sandwich. Or if you do buy sandwich, it's gonna be a real little sandwich, right? It's just, and that's not, and let me say this too. Every artist hopes to make money, but I don't do this to make money. I do this because I love it.
The man.
Yeah. You know, and I have I have a mindset that I do this because I love to do it. And if I was doing this for money, I would quit a long time ago.
Man, thank you. Wow.
Yeah. I just love to sing. You know, I love to sing. Now, if there's any promoters watching, that don't mean don't call me and tell me you don't have no money and you calling me for exposure, because no. But I do this because I love it. I really do.
Yeah. And I think that's what you gotta have too.
Yeah. You gotta love it. You gotta want to do it. I love live performances. That's my favorite thing. That's why I'm looking so forward to the show. June 29th. I have another one coming up that's in Detroit, June 6th, which I'll be doing a live performance. That's gonna be Surface and Mickey Howard and Little G from Silk. That's gonna be a fun show. I'm excited about getting on the stage. I love to meet other artists and share hugs and stories with them and just network. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
We're looking forward to it too, Beth.
Man, we are. Yeah.
And we're excited for you, excited for this new chapter.
Thank you. Y'all got me on here crying. Look at y'all. But I love y'all like that. It's all good. But I tell y'all gonna get the authentic me. If I gotta cry, I gotta cry. Like, man, when you lose your mama, what? You ain't never the same.
You're right. You don't hear with your big brothers. You know, it's
you
all
ain't
good.
Never the same. And then I had to go through. You know, I went through my first Mother's Day. I went through my second Mother's Day this year. You know, it's just been rough. The first Mother's Day, I couldn't even get out the bed. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get out the bed.
Yeah.
And this second one, I pulled myself up. But I think that needs to be said because people always see me smiling and they don't know it's not always like that. My job is to smile. So I'm gonna do my job. But you know, sometimes it's a struggle.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely.
And that's real.
Yeah.
Beth, we love you, Beth.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
We love you. And Ron, thank you for bringing us back.
Yeah. Back,
Yep.
I do want to go back to Kim, OJ's, and Anita Baker.
Go ahead, sis.
Who was the most demanding out of them?
All of them have a level of excellence that they require. And if you're going to work with these artists, you have to come in knowing that you have to bring your A game. I think they all were demanding in a certain sense, but I think probably Anita. She's the one that got me in shape to be able to work with all the other people that I work with.
Anita Baker look like she don't play.
She doesn't, but let me tell you this. She doesn't, but she's a teacher.
I get nervous.
Yeah.
No, but I'm gonna tell you something. She's a teacher. And just as stern and having high expectations, I want to say it the right way. She's just as sweet and loving. You know, the first time I ever stayed at a Four Seasons hotel was because Anita took us. She stayed in the hotel. She said, my girls are staying in here too. I walked in and I was like, oh Lord, I'm at the Four Seasons. But it's because it ain't been back. But because she took us, she gifted us that. You know, the first time I had Kobe beef was with Anita Baker. You know what I'm saying? Going to a day spa. I did that with Anita. Like, she was wonderful. She gave amazing gifts. So she demanded excellence. And I appreciate that because she got me ready to go work with the OJs. She got me ready to work with Kim. She got me ready to work with Najee. She got me ready to open the show for Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle. I'm working with Melissa Morgan now. I absolutely adore her.
Yeah.
She got me ready to work with Melissa. Melissa old school. She ain't for
She's
your
been
back.
around a while. Yeah. Wow. What? Yeah.
I love her. And we just did something for the front porch this past weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they had a live concert at the MGM Grand, sold out. It was surprise guests, and Melissa Morgan was one of the surprise guests. Melanie Fiona.
That's stacked right there. Wow.
T.I. Came out, did his new song. It was just amazing. I can't even think, but it was like amazing. And we were just as excited to see Dave Chappelle was there. I'm just popping back in my head.
Yeah.
Like, and he came and he don't even sing, but he came out there and tried to sing on the stage, but told some jokes, everything. The cool thing is that show was started by some Black men. Yeah. And it's viral. It's amazing.
Sure.
They're selling out venues.
Man. Yeah.
Partnering with Live Nation Urban to do it.
On the porch. Yeah.
Yeah, porch is just amazing. And, and they're doing it at the MGM. Like, they took it off the porch and put it in a 3,000 plus seater venue, sold out. We didn't even know who else was on the show. And so when we're in the dressing room and people are coming out, we're like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. Oh my God, that's so-and-so. Like, we didn't even know. Nobody knew who was on the show until they appeared on the stage. It was amazing.
Wow.
And because of the training Anita gave me, I'm able for Melissa to call me and say, hey, I got a show. And I need you to do my backs. And I'm like, okay, well, who else is going to be singing? She was like, well, we're going to get some singers when we go to DC. So I matched up with singers when I got there, helped them with the song, make sure we were able to give her what she needed and perform for her. I did the show with the girls, didn't even know them.
Wow.
But that's because I come from good training.
Absolutely.
We had a rehearsal. They learned the song. I know because I've worked with her a couple of times before. I knew her music. We rehearsed, got it together, went out there and put on our pink and did the show. And nobody would ever know that we weren't a unit or a group. So yeah. Crazy. It was great. It was great.
Wow. Who would you like to work with now?
Ooh. I would like to, so I don't know, like who I really want to work with is not here anymore. I would love to have worked with Luther Vandross.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh,
I would love to have been one of his singers.
Yeah.
Man.
I love Gladys Knight's singers.
Yeah, yeah.
I love how they love on her and they nurture her. I love that.
And they hold her up. They hold her up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not no singers for hire. That you a family. We got each other on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Right. I love that. I would love to work with I would have loved to work with Luther Vandross. Nobody else really now, because everybody don't use background singing anymore. They tracking everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe Tony Braxton.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that one.
Yeah. But definitely Luther, definitely Gladys. If I could do backs for somebody, it would be them. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, man. Beth?
Yes, sir.
It has been great.
We done already. You said it like we done. Y'all about to send me the thing already.
Man, it has been great. I wish we could just keep going.
Yeah.
We can. We're going to have you back because we want you back again. And we want to talk about
and I'm going to see y'all in a couple weeks. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
See y'all in a couple weeks.
Yes. Yeah, you see me again because I've been there. Cedric got to come to this one.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm definitely coming.
Yes, you coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cedric missed the OJs.
Yeah.
But you
weren't there.
Actually, I had a family reunion.
Oh well.
I had a family reunion in Detroit, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's a good excuse.
Yep.
Because if you was just like, well, I just couldn't make it and you was at home, that ain't a good thing. But family reunion.
Yeah.
Gotta go see your people.
You had to see
you gotta
people.
Go see your people. Yeah, all is well. I'm really excited. And you know what? Another thing, I'm just proud of myself that I haven't quit and I haven't given up on myself.
Man,
because there are times when you want something to be something and it doesn't turn out like that.
Yeah.
You want something to go a certain way, or you feel in your own mind after comparing yourself to other people and their situation that you should have that. That'll mess you up every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to know that what you're doing is what you are doing.
Right.
Love it. Yeah.
That's right. That's facts. That's facts right there.
And I've learned a lot to not get into my emotions, to let them keep me from doing stuff, because I've been through, like I said, one of the most emotional times in my life, and I had to still push through. I had to still show up. So that taught me to master my emotions and to not get caught up in that. So yeah.
Wow.
Man, Beth. Woo.
Yeah.
Man, you can feel it.
Man.
Feel your testimony. I'll tell you that. Most definitely. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beth, thank you again. Before we let you go though, Beth, again, everyone go out, get the tickets, City Winery.
Yep.
All right. That's June. Give us a date again.
29th.
29th.
June 29th. It's Monday. Don't look at your calendar. The 29th, that's on a Monday. It is on a Monday. Monday, June 29th. I would love to see you in the place, and I would love to meet you.
How much are the tickets?
I don't know. I think they're like, some are 35, some are 45. It depends on how close you sit.
And you can get those tickets through Ticketmaster? Through Ticketmaster?
No, you have to go to City Winery website.
Okay.
You can go to City Winery website, or you can go to my website, because I have a direct link. If you go to my website, which is BethAlwaysSings.com.
Yeah.
You can, there's a link on there. It says on there, City Winery. Get the tickets. It's right there. Or you can go to City Winery, or you can go on my Instagram, and there's a link on there.
Make sure you do that. Make sure you get those tickets. Meet us there.
Yes.
Chicago City Winery.
Yeah.
Checking out Beth.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what I'm gonna wear. I'm be up in here fumbling with these clothes. I got to find something.
Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in
tonight
to our show. We are back. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you, buddy. We are back. We'll be back again in a couple of weeks with another show. Beth, we love you.
Yes.
We love you.
Tell your husband we said what's up.
I will.
Man, we salute that black man. I know if you're going through, he done been through too.
Oh, yeah. But we going through together though. And
that's what's up.
That's what's up. We salute you, bro. We salute you.
Yeah.
We salute you. Beth, we love you. We'll talk to you again real soon, right?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Thank you guys for having me on the show. And I will see you guys at City Winery on Monday, June 29th, 7:30 p.m.
That's a bet.
Be there.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Peace. We out.
Peace out. Peace out.
I'm gone.